Hey guys, welcome to Elden Ring. So, this is the character creation screen. Decided to skip ahead a little bit, just a little bit. So, let me explain the classes real quick. Vagabond. He's your quality type build, your standard knight in shining armor. Starts with two weapons, a longsword and a halberd. Then we have your warrior. Your mainly dexterity focused class has dual wielding scimitars, which curved swords in this game have one of the best dual wielding movesets, so you already have that. Pretty cool. Your hero, your axe wielding barbarian, pretty cool. You have your bandit, which is kind of like your dex bleed type class. Has a bow and arrow, so that's always pretty good. And then a bleed dagger, which can be one of the two classes I would recommend picking if you're going to be following this guide. You have your nerd. You have your holy dude. You've got your anime weeb, which is a class I'm going to be picking. Starts with a katana, dripping. Absolutely beautiful. Your prisoner, who also knows a bit of magic, but he's also dex focused in a way. Then your like paladin has a bit of faith and just a nice sword. Naked dude with a stick. Gotta have him. We're going with the samurai. You have to enter your name. Let's just pick AK because it just works. Then you have young and mature aged. For your keepsake, I would recommend you go with the golden seed for one extra flask, which is your healing potions or Estus. However, you can also start with a spirit summon, which those are pretty much just enemies in the game that you can summon as allies. Cracked pots you can be used to create special items, like they're pretty much the fire bombs in this game, but you have to craft them because there's a crafting system. Allows you to unlock certain doors, charm enemies to attack for you, kind of like the fanged imps, but they're actual enemies that spawn naturally. Increases your defense, increases enemies aggroing against you. You can get all these items in the actual world, but just starting with the extra seed is always going to be nice. And then these are your just starting drips. And you have your actual thing. Then I have favorites to load. I'm just going to go with this lovely person. Just kidding. Now we're going him. My blind golden boy. Finish it up, and here we are. This guide is a 165 boss killing machine. We will be killing every single boss in the game. I've made a Google document with all the classes on it. All the bosses and each area. But we're going to be skipping around. We're not going to be fighting every boss immediately type thing. And alrighty, welcome to the game. You need that. That allows you to write messages, I believe. And as you can so something that's pretty cool about Elden Ring is it tells you if you're in light load or medium or heavy. Starts off with a bow and arrow. Take it off. You only really need the katana. And as you can see now I'm in light load. But I like the samurai armor. It's actually the strongest armor out of the starting classes. And alright, let me explain something else. I keep opening that because I'm used to Dark Souls 3 right now. That's how you open up your inventory. But that's the map. So, as you can see, it says causes blood loss buildup. 45. That means it does 45 points of bleed damage. If someone has 100 points of bleed damage, I have to hit them 3 times to cause a bleed, which does 20% of their maximum HP as straight damage. There's other status effects, but that's how they work in this game. It also works against you. Now, here's the tutorial boss. You're supposed to lose to this guy. You can kill him to get his swords and shields. Just don't do that. Just die. The moment the health bar appears, you can just jump off the edge, and then you'll just skip the boss entirely. You can come back. We will come back. This is actually one of my favorite weapons from the Grafted Scion, the ornamental straight swords. And alrighty, this is the actual tutorial, where if you don't have it turned off, because you can actually turn off the tutorials, I believe it's in, where is it? It is... I can't find it. Oh, show tutorials right here. I have it turned off, but if you don't, it'll tell you how to move what everything is. And these are sites of graces, or your bonfires. You can warp between every grace instantly. You can rest. You level up here. You can't do that yet. But you add charges to your flasks to increase the amount of flasks you have. You have blue flasks for mana and weapon arts or ashes of war. As you see that little word unsheath, if I hit my L2 button, I can enter a sheath stance, where I then get two unique options. I have a quick light attack that is the damage of a regular heavy attack like this, or I can do a heavy attack variant for more damage but slower. Little samurai mode. And as you can see, it's just draining my blue bar. Spells do the same thing, and then you have weapon arts. So this started in Dark Souls 3. Instead of having spell charges like Dark Souls 1, where you have a limited amount of spells, you instead get a mana bar. And go for the crits. Boom. Just like the other games, two-handing your weapon allows you to attack through shields. You can jump in this game, as you can see, unlike every other game, except Sekiro, because Sekiro is built different. Alrighty, here we are. We've almost beaten the tutorial, guys. Are you excited? Yep, there's your backstab. Backstabs deal 25% less damage than a parry or stance break crit. So this guy will teach you about stance breaking with jump attacks. He has the highest life out of all of these little enemies. Alright, now for the tutorial boss. He can be two-shot. Enter the Golden Fog. Soldier of God, Rick. And as you can see, dead, 2 hits. Enemy felled. Not great enemy, not just right, not legend, not God felled, just enemy. Because that's literally what he is. Now, here's your gesture menu. If you have motion controls, you can remove all the gestures, so you don't use your motion controls. Yeah, they learned. You can also infinitely sprint unless you're in combat. They've learned. Know what else they've done? Made this game open world. Because they're learning. Alright, so if you picked the Stone Sword Key starting gift, you actually gain access to this area right now. There's a bunch of free loot in it. There's a boss there. It's a good loot pool if you know what you're doing. I don't. So we're going to be skipping it for now. We'll be coming there for the boss. But for now, we've got to do this. And my favorite part about Elden Ring, you can sheath your weapon. They also fixed the katanas. In the other games, it's curved upward instead of downward. Like, I'm sorry, it hurts me because I have a lot of katanas myself. So this guy, he speaks nothing but the truth. We will be doing his quest line because we need to get to the endgame area early. Shut up, I'm trying to get a girlfriend. Leave me alone. And then touch this grace. And before we forget, grab that. That allows you to send your summon sign to any pool that you activated like that. That way you can just help people everywhere at once. The golden guy is a boss. Don't fight him. Don't do it. You're gonna die. He's the noob killer because you think you're gonna fight him. The boss is not that big of a boss run, and then oops, you just done died. You done died. Grab the golden rune level 2. These are your portable soul items. grab the Grace, Church of Li. We're going to be coming back here very frequently in the early area. Grab your smithing stone level 1. Talk to Kale. So you sell the rune for 400 runes and buy the crafting kit. We're going to need this. Then we're going to also want this cookbook to help make some of the bosses easier. Keep these. We're going to need them. Keep these. These are your Titanite shards. Keep the bow. You could sell the shield unless you want a shield. But I'm honestly going to sell these fire arrows. I don't want them. And I'm going to sell half of these so I can buy this. The reason why I say keep the bow is that way I can show you legit farming methods and then glitched farming methods later on. There's no homeward bones in this game or anything like that because you have access to warping everywhere. See, those are all the graces we've got. There's no durability in this game. You can just swing your weapon eternally as long as you got the stamina. Stab him in the back. Grab the cutiques. These guys can drop basic level upgrade materials. We're not going to need them because we're going to be going immediately for some good weapons that aren't going to be upgraded with those upgrade materials. But first, go for that grace and then you can gain the ability to level up. However, it's going to become nighttime and you're going to need to warp back. You're going to be doing a lot of warping. It's just going to... we're going to rest here. Skip the cutscene. Warp back to the Li Church. And a bunch of items. Make the game easier. This is sort of like a prep episode, in a way. And here we go. There's the maiden. She gives you the ability to level up if you accept her. And this is the best item in the game. So, you're gonna leave. I personally use this second pouch to put stuff like my blue potions in because I just don't like cycling through things. And Torrent is a goddamn horse. Look at that. Speed. Grab the map. Jump over and down into here. And see, that's how big this section is. Open this chest. Search it. Ash of War, Storm Stomp, Whetstone Knife. What is an Ash of War? Let me show you. But first, back to Li. And those spirit summon things, those spirit ashes, we're going to be able to use them now. Waifu number 2. Yes, you can call it. She gives you the spirit calling belt and some puppy dogs. Alright, so how these work is when you see a little gravestone. Let me try to show you. See that gravestone right there? You gain access to summon these spirit ashes like this. Uses your mana. And look at that. You got some doggos. You can also unsummon them. You don't get your mana back, but it's available. We're going to go to the gate front. Nope, that's the wrong one. I meant to go to first step. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. Go to the first step with Vare. Gonna turn around with your horse and run. Pick up some roa fruit. You're always gonna need roa fruit. You don't realize it. Jump off the cliff. Now, once you see you got the tornado around you, you won't take damage. Why? Because this is a spirit spring. Spirit spring allows torrent to get more hops than a basketball player. We'll be going back here again to kill some more bosses later. Then we're going to warp back to Gatefront for real this time. Now, you need to make sure you have a weapon that has bleed on it. That bleed buildup is very important. Which is why one of the reasons why we started off as a samurai. However, if for some reason you decided not to pick the samurai, and because you wanted to be a nerd or whatever, we've got some solutions. Don't worry about your stats, by the way. You can change your stats later on. Come on. And okay, we got his gray shield. That's nice. Shields in this game kind of suck, I'm not gonna lie. But here's the flail. Nope. God dang it. Requires 18 dexterity and 10 strength. So if you have 13 dexterity and 10 strength, you can use this weapon. Because now this weapon has bleed on it. It's readily available. It's just perfect for what we're about to do. So right on over here. Pick up every grace you can. They're all going to be useful one way or another. Just keep on going after. And that whetstone knife with that Ash of War. I'll explain that next time I rest out of grace. We'll be doing this questline later. Don't worry. Now this beetle. These are the equivalent of crystal lizards from Dark Souls. Determination. Increases the damage of your next attack by 60%. There's a better one that does 80%. But this is the fastest one you can get. Come on. That's a nice cavalry. We'll be fighting him later. If I don't die. Okay. Bro. I'm not here to kill you. And we're here for this item right here now. Golden Pickled Foulfoot number 2. We need these to allow us to get 30% more runes for 3 minutes. Because we're going to be doing a bit of cheese. Cheese tastes good. I like cheese. Grab the golden rune 1. That smoke was just an ambush of enemies. Don't worry about it. Just keep running. Soon we'll be able to craft these golden foul feet. But we're just got to unlock some places first. Alright. Next grace here. And you know what? I'll rest here to show you how the Ash War system works. So right now I have that unsheath ability. I could change it to the determination. And now, instead of doing unsheath when I hit my L2 button, it glows white now. And does 60% damage on the next hit it does. Within 30 seconds, I believe. So that right there, some damage. But you see it ended pretty quick. And then, as you saw, it said select an affinity. This determines what the weapon scales with. So, equality scales with both strength and dex, and you have keen for dexterity, heavy for strength, and the like. I'm gonna stick to unsheath for now. But, anyways. Remember this grace, Mistwood Outskirts. It'll be very useful for farming golden fireflies, which you can use to craft the golden foul feet later in the game. Alrighty. Next up on this beautiful list is these red scarabs. You kill them to get half of your red potions back if you've used them and you're too far away from a grace. That's a giant troll. Don't worry about him. We're just going to go into this lovely, lovely church. Third Church America. Grab the tear. grab the Flask of Wondrous Physic and the Crimson Crystal Tear, and we're gonna rest here. Alright, so the Flask of Wondrous Physic, where is that? It's pretty much a portable buff, which you have different crystal tears that you can mix around for different effects. This one gives you 50% extra HP when you 50% HP back when you drink it. There's better tiers, but here they are. And then the Sacred Tears increase your flask level. This is now a +1 flask. Now, here's the thing. If you jump out this window, you can end up going right back through here and traveling to an endgame level area. Isn't that fun? Now, at most things here are going to one-shot you. That's okay. That's a boss. Just ignore him. Open the doors to a not boss. Definitely not pretending to be an endgame boss. I know who you are. And get the grace here. We're going to be doing this guy's questline because we're going to be killing every boss anyway, so might as well. And if it's on the way, might as well do it. It's an easy questline, so if you see a golden tree like this, it has a golden seed. And golden seeds, like I said, give you more flasks. Now, unlike Dark Souls 3, where most people just invested all into red flasks and didn't even keep a single blue flask unless they're a mage, you're gonna want to keep at least one blue flask, even if you're a melee character, because Ashes of War are busted. A good Ash of War will make or break your build. Now, don't rest yet, because otherwise you're gonna get talk-napped and potentially kidnapped by Melina. So it's just not worth it. It's just gonna kill time right now. But she's gonna tell you to go to the Round Table Hold, and that's pretty much Firelink Shrine and stuff like that. Watch out for those little piles of balls. Those are actually poison poops. Knights Cavalry, endgame level boss. Don't chase me, sir. Oh god, no. Help. Someone. Someone please save me. I don't know where to go. There's a grace, but I can't get to it in time. Help me, Lord. Oh, I forgot. Make sure you have the pickles equipped. Make sure to have the pickles equipped. You're gonna need them equipped. Don't use it, but just have it equipped. Now, if you die, it's fine, because it'll become daytime and he won't be here. This is a nighttime exclusive boss, which is pretty cool. But, anyways, we're gonna be killing him by cheese. Lovely cheddar cheese. So go back, get the actual grace this time. I was hoping to get it before the grace, but it is what it is. Now, if you see a glowing skull like this, run over it and hit your pickup button so you can grab the golden rune. Just on your way. Drop down. Your horse can double jump, so use that as you will. And that's what fallen runes look like, or your souls from the other games. They're just like little plants. So if you're a spellcaster, you can actually skip the puzzle of this tower to get a free spell slot for more spell slot attunement. Which, you know, might as well do that. But first, time to get kidnapped. You can actually tell her, no, you don't want to get kidnapped yet. So, just tell her no, that you don't want to go to the round table. You can always go later. As you see, if I hit no, it just says, tell her you're off the round table hold. And you're available to go. She goes away. Now you can pass the time, hit nightfall, and boom. It is now back. Remember, gold pickles equipped but not used. Oi, Jerry. Alrighty. So you're gonna be playing like this, huh? Some days it's the easiest Knight's Cavalry kill, and other days he decides he wants to take forever. There's no in between with this guy. It is what it is. But this guy will give you a really good Ash of War and 42,000 runes. But if you use the pickle, it'll become 54,000. So know your worth. Dude. You're not that fast. You literally teleported. You were still leagues away. Alrighty. Nightfall again. One more time. Oh no, do you have to go around to kill me? Oh, darn it. Turn around. Wrong way, buddy. Sometimes they'll just de-aggro randomly like that. But you gotta deal with it. I'm right here. Come on, dude. Just jump. Have you not played a Mario game? Alright, so if you can get the cheese proper, he does jump off the edge. He will commit suicide. I did test this recently, so I know it works. I just want to show it off. There's also there's a somewhat early farmer down here because there's like a ball trap, but you can get the balls to roll off the edge, and they drop about 1,500 runes a piece. But there's better farming methods in this game. I know one that gives you 100,000 per time. See? Just like that. Just like that. Use your pickle and check out them runes. Bloodhound Step. Welcome to the anime move. Alright, so level up. If you're following this as a guide, 18, 17. Minimum requirements. Then pump up your vigor. 20. This gives you FP. This, and then you have stamina. You can get that up to 17. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And then at level 29, 20 free levels. And the pickle lasts for 3 minutes, so just chop him up real quick. That is until you teleport. But jump up the spirit spring. I angled it wrong. Okay. Let me try re-angling. Dash, jump, double jump, and boom. You're at the top of the tower. There are no mimics in this game. Only chest traps. Get yourself a memory stone. You now have 3 spell slots for you mages. And then you can just warp back down. Or be very careful and walk down. But you see, I don't trust that. So I'm just going to teleport because I don't want to die. And that is technically one boss. One more boss. That's 2 out of 165 we've killed. But here's the thing, when you teleport, you lose all your temporary buffs like that, so be careful. But on the bright side, we don't got to worry about a timer now. Pick up all these runes. If you go to see graveyards like this, they usually have a ton of portable runes. It's awesome. Alrighty. So let's see. So we're gonna be going past a couple bosses, but we'll be back to when we're slightly stronger. That's one of them. Putrid Avatar. They're super weak to fire, but we're too weak to kill them right now. We'll be back later. And jump up. Now, if you aren't doing like a dex or strength build, and you're like a mage or something with that doesn't have a lot of the stats to wield the chain weapon, because you're gonna need it now, we'll just take stop into Fort Feroth. We're gonna go up. You can't ride your horse inside of legacy dungeons. I see that blue stuff prevents it from being rode into, but you can jump over it. Now just run across the bats or through them. They have poisons, so just climb as fast as you can. And once you get to the top, I see they keep blowing it upward. They're annoying. But we didn't get poisoned, so that's a win. And take your Dectus medallion right half. We'll be getting the second half later. I don't know why I did that, but here we are. So there's not much loot in here. There are ghost soldiers. Drop down. Roll. Pillage. Jump. Then you're gonna roll. Roll again. Grab this here item. And attempt to make it out without dying. If you can, great. Now what this talisman here does, gives you 5 levels in HP, stamina, strength, and dexterity. At the cost of you take 15% more damage. Early game? That's pretty... Okay, you two are hiding behind each other. That's pretty mean. But also pretty clever, I'll give you that. And 2,000 runes I'm not worried about it. Anyways, turn around. Let's kill a dragon. You guys want to kill a dragon? I know I do. So let's kill a dragon. So now you take your bleed weapon, whatever it may be. I'm also going to equip the flail too, because I can. And two-hand your weapon. I'm using the flail Ash of War. Just hold down the Ash of War button and just watch the damage. See that? That 13,000 was the bleed effect taking in place. Even if you don't have the FP to use it, it's still counting up towards the hits. So it's faster. It's just going to be doing less actual damage. But it'll do the same amount of bleed damage. So... yeah. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It's been a little while since I've read any update notes. But you also have your Uchi Katana, and you can swing this thing regularly. Oh, nope, it does bleed. But flails, they're literally just hammers, but so much worse, because you can't apply the same Ashes of War to flails that you can hammers. It's dumb, it's weird, but here we are. But cut it up. So this is technically a gimmick boss fight. The gimmick is you have to kill 5 of her baby dragons and then she dies. Or you can just walk up to her and spin a little twirly stick at her. This will get you 70,000 runes, but if you use the pickle, it becomes 100,000. So with the 2 pickles and the 2 bosses you've killed, you're getting roughly 150,000 runes just straight up. We didn't have to kill Soldier of Godric. We chose to, though. And please note that you didn't have to buy the crafting kit or the crafting recipe I told you to buy, but we chose to. So here we are. Probably die in the next bleed, so make sure you have your pickles at the ready. Use your pickles immediately and ride back to the Grace. It's only gonna say like 60,000, then it'll be like plus, and then C plus 4,511, and would you look at that? Huh. Where did all those runes come from? And now you can get some more, way more levels. That's enough vigor for now. Doesn't matter what class you start as, you're always gonna hit 41, you're gonna always be level 41. But that's 2 bosses in a high level area that we've knocked out. Now, if you'll excuse me, get out of my inventory, you piece of trash. That had 50 bleed, unlike the katana, which had 45. So that technically was a better option for your bleeding. Fall, jump, and a bit of endgame level items. Smithing 7s, stone sword key, and a smithing 8. You usually don't get access to those smithing stones until the mountaintops of the giants level, which is about, I'm gonna say two-thirds into the game. Yeah, that's fair. So there's a boss near here, so we're just gonna grab this grace in this church. Now, 9 times out of 10, if you go to a church, there's most likely gonna be a sacred tear near here. There won't always be a girl crying, but here we are. This girl, we will be doing her quest line because it's on the way, and it will also help her build out. That's Millicent. Waifu number 3 acquired. And we're going to be carefully making our way down. Yeah, fall damage is random in this game, so fall at your own expense. But that's level 2 flasks out of level 12 flasks you can have. Don't go through there, it's a death trap. Just don't do it. You can walk down the edge. Just watch out for the troll. He does throw grenades. I say grenades, but they're more like tarnished cannons. Probably gonna be doing another prep episode as well next episode. But I'm just trying to grab things for y'all to make your lives a little bit easier. Then I'll be uploading this along with my cosplay series that'll be uploading, I believe, today or tomorrow. Wait, no. I think it's, what is today? Today's the 17th? No, today's the 18th. Yeah, I'm recording this on the 18th. It's not going to be released the 18th. But, yeah, so my cosplay series will be starting the 19th. Then I'll have Spider-Man on the 20th. through the 23rd. No, the 22nd. Then on the 23rd, I'll have some more cosplay. And I'll be uploading this then too, along with some more Spider-Man. Grab the Caelid map. No one likes Caelid. And up to this church. Now, this is for you incantation or your faith miracle builds that just want to be edgy. Here are the dragon spells. Now, because you killed the big dragon, you get access to an endgame level spell, Grail's Roar, which is who we killed, Mama Grail. Go here, examine the altar, and there's a roar, and boom, you can buy all these spells. This one here is unique because it does damage, knocks people back like the force spell. In addition, it debuffs all enemies hit by it by 30%, giving you 30% more damage on them. But you can still apply a buff to yourself that increases your damage by 40%, which that does exist, combined with an additional 20% extra damage. So Elden Ring builds just get crazy. Ignore the Rot Dragon. We don't want him here. We're just grabbing this Grace right here, because it's on the way. And yeah, we're in the neighborhood. I'm gonna help you spellcasters out real quick by getting you an S-scaling staff, and one of the strongest spells you can get this early on in the game. I know it's strong because it carried me through my first playthrough. Alright, be careful here in the Swamp of Aeonia. There is an invasion. There's no but like being human or anything, it just happens. Alright, it's over here. Just be very careful, you're gonna get invaded otherwise. Alrighty. The Meteoric Staff. Street of the Sage Ruins. You can go on the outside and grab it. Meteorite Staff increases all gravity sorceries damage by 20%. Just by having it in your hand. Then we ride down here. Watch out for the poison men. And that is Scarlet Rotwater we were walking through. Is equivalent to toxic, pretty much. It's just bad poison. Grab yourself the Rock Sling spell. And if you're curious, inventory. Rock Sling needs 18 intelligence, and the staff requires 18 intelligence as well, and 6 strength. Has an S scaling in intelligence, that's the highest you can get. But this staff can also never be upgraded. It's just here for early game. So do with it as you will. And with that, we're going to end it here, but we'll meet you back at the Church of Eli. See you guys later. Have fun. Bye-bye.